how will these overnight cues impact our own markets? We have our research team joining in for just that, what the trade setup looks like, the stocks that are likely to be in the news, and the action from the F&O space as well. Hey guys, a very good morning to all of you. Let me go across to Vic first up. What is the market setup looking like today?
Well, good morning. It's a strong overnight set of cues that we received. We saw a very strong close both to US equities as well as Indian markets on Friday, and the momentum, looks all set to be continued given the fact that the GIFT Nifty is actually indicating a gap up. Now, when you're talking about the US markets, had the best week in 2024, so very strong gains over there. And also, when you're talking about oil prices are quite supportive. They cooled off quite significantly on Friday. So WTI, cooled off almost 2%, 1.9% lower at close to the $76.6 a barrel mark. Now, talking about the Indian markets last week were a very good set given the fact that Friday you actually saw the Nifty go ahead and reclaim the 24,500 mark. Along with that, remember on Friday broader markets outperformed the benchmark indices. Advanced decline ratio was very strong, 2:1 was the kind of strength that we saw as far as the gainers were concerned. What did well in the week gone by? IT stocks did quite well, but on the other hand, metal stocks took quite a bit of a knock on the back of negative news flow in terms of retrospective taxation. Now, when you're talking about the key cues to watch out for in this particular week, number one will be the fact that the Jackson Hole Symposium will be held and all eyes will be on Fed Powell as he goes ahead and gives commentary on when exactly will be the trajectory of rate hikes. So that'll be something that equity markets worldwide will be looking at. Apart from that, Asian markets, GIFT Nifty, all of them indicating a gap up start today.
Okay, all right. That is about the market setup. Thank you, Vivek, for that. Let me go across to Sudarshan now. He will list out all the stocks that will be in focus today. Good morning, Sudarshan.
Morning, Sonal. So we'll start with Maruti's. Company's accounting provision will increase by almost 850 crore in Q2 because of indexation benefit withdrawal for long-term capital gains on debt mutual funds that company had purchased before April 1, 2023. Secondly, Escorts Kubota. Company is exploring various options for industrial land for setting up greenfield facility, and for the same, investment intent is submitted to UP government for acquisition of the land, and total investment is seen more than rupees 4,500 crore in the phases. Rail companies will be in focus. Cabinet has approved phase 3 of Bangalore Metro Rail with total investment of almost 16,000 crore. For Thane Metro Rail, investment of rupees 12,200 crore. And for the expansion of Pune Metro Rail, investment is likely to be of almost rupees 3,000 crore. SBI and PNB will be in focus. Karnataka government has put circular prohibiting all dealing with these two banks on hold for the next 15 days. ONGC, Oil India, Reliance will be in focus as windfall tax on crude is cut to rupees 2,100 from rupees 4,600 per ton effective August 17. GMR Airports July passenger traffic was up 7.7% and international passenger traffic was up more than 9%. PSU banks can be in focus as sources say FM is likely to hold review meeting today, and deposit growth, CD ratio and performance of other schemes can be discussed. Electronic Smart promoters have sold 7.8% stake worth rupees 690 crore via block deals, and SBI, MF and Norges Bank are likely key buyers in the block deals. KPI Green has raised 1,000 crore via QIP and issue prices at rupees 935 per share. Ambuja Cements have completed acquisition of Penna Cement Industries. JSW Cement has filed for rupees 4,000 crore IPO consisting of fresh shares of almost rupees 2,000 crore, and JSL Limited is one of the shareholders in JSW Cement with 2.03% stake. Techno Electric partners Integrate for developing 2 greenfield interstate transmission projects, and Caplin Point, Brazilian regulator, issues no observation for manufacturing facility located in Tamil Nadu. And last is DCX Systems. Company has bagged orders worth rupees 107 crore from domestic and overseas customers. So keep an eye on these stocks that might be in focus today.
All right. Okay, that is a long list, so we'll keep that on our radar. Finally, let me go across to Magnam. He's joining in with all the cues from the F&O space. Good morning, Magnam.
Good morning. So Friday was a big day, when it came to the market moves. Look at the Nifty Bank, the mid-cap index doing extremely well as well. But what really led the rally was the IT pack. We saw a big move on the IT index, almost 3%, and a lot of stocks which were under pressure saw further buying as well. And that was reflected in the kind of flows that we saw in both cash market and index futures. So the FIs bought close to around 767 crores in cash market. The DIs backed it up with around 2,600 odd crores. And add to that, remember in the previous couple of trading sessions, the FIs had gone net short in index futures, and that came undone as well. They bought 2,300 crores in index futures, added about 18,500 longs, covered 16,000 shorts, and as a result of which, 3 days ago, which is August 13, the FII net contracts were a negative 21,000, increased it to a negative 30,000, have now come back to a positive 4,000, increasing the FII long positioning marginally from 48% to 50% itself. In terms of options to watch out for, on the way up, we saw all those call writers at 24,200 cover their positions, and the Nifty is now around that 24,500 mark. 24,500 put writers are fairly active as well, telling you the support has moved higher towards that 24,400 mark. But on the way up, in the past, 24,800 and 24,850 have been a bit of congestion zones. So those are levels that we need to watch out for before we look at all-time highs on the frontline index. So what is the basic range for the index? Well, look at the 20-day moving average for the Nifty. At the lower level would be an important support. On the way up, 24,800 to 24,850, which has been a congestion zone, needs to be crossed. For that to be crossed, we have the Nifty Bank to keep an eye out on, because the Nifty Bank is still below both the 20 and the 50-day moving averages. So let's see whether it does go ahead and cross that as well. In terms of stocks, like we pointed out about the IT pack, there have been a lot of long positions being added on TCS. AB Capital is out of F&O ban. I'm also looking at Birlasoft in particular, because IT stocks are doing extremely well, and this stock too is out of F&O ban on Friday.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for that, Magdam, and thank you guys for joining us and prepping us up for this trading day ahead.